Hey, my name is Nicole. Welcome to my channel. It's all about getting married in Denmark here and marriage hacks. Yes, today I will do a short Q&A. Thank you so much. I received a bunch of questions via email last week after I published the English video. Thank you so much for all those emails. I picked a few of them and just thought I will do a short video and answer those questions, so hopefully others also can see that, and hopefully it will help somebody else too. So just let's start with the first question. Zoe, thank you so much for your question. Do I need to legalize my divorce paper from the Philippines? For Denmark, you don't need to legalize your divorce paper. It's enough if you organize the apostille stamp. Okay, so you don't need to legalize. Legalize is more complicated. For Germany, for example, they don't accept apostille stamp for the Philippines, but for Denmark, it's really enough. So you don't need to legalize your divorce paper. Hope that answer will help you. Next question was from Lucas, who asked, how old should be a single marital status certificate? You know, as you organize that, it should be not old. So at the oldest 4 months, okay? Not older than 4 months. If it's older than 4 months, it's not valid to apply for marriage. So keep that in mind if you're just applying for a visa or something, that the marital status certificate for Denmark should not be older than 4 months. It's because sometimes you need to organize apostille stamp or legalization, which also can take some time. So just keep it in your mind that you try to organize a single marital status certificate after the visa application. That I would recommend, okay? And if you're based, for example, in Europe and you have a residence here and you don't need to apply for a visa, keep in your mind it should not be older than 4 months if we get started. If it's older, then I will tell you, organize a new one, okay? Next question from Layla. Can I marry my fiancé before I turn 18 years? Of course, with the permission of my parents. In Denmark, before, some years ago, you were allowed to get married with the permission of your parents if you're not already 18 years old. But, you know, there was a kind of scandal. I think it was an Afghan groom, which had an age more than 58 or something like that. And the bride was under 18. So they had a really huge age gap, like a child bride, which I should not recommend at that point. And after that, there was like a political discussion in Denmark. Afterwards, they decided that it's no longer allowed to get married with the permission of parents under the age of 18. So right now, I don't know how old you are. You did not give me any information. You should wait until you are 18 years, okay? You can be like a fiancé, and later on, you can promise the marriage to each other. And if you're sure and turn 18, then we can get started, okay? You need to be 18. Before that, it does not make sense to apply your case. I'm sorry for that, but it's not, you know, it's not a nightmare to wait. Don't feel bad about it. It's enough if you're 18 to marry him, okay? Yes, next questions from Martin. Just need to take a look at my notes. Okay, do I need to visit Denmark first and then apply for permission to marry my spouse in Denmark? She was in Denmark in the past, but I never traveled to Denmark before. Okay, Martin, it's not you know, it's not necessary to travel to Denmark before and then apply your case. You don't need to go once there and then you are allowed to marry. It doesn't matter. They will ask us in the application. We will write it down if you ever have traveled to Denmark and which time, because some people say travel visa free, like 90 days they come here to Europe and they are not allowed to travel more than 90 days there to Denmark. So if you have traveled there, they will calculate the days. So that is about the permission. So if you never have traveled to Denmark before, don't bother yourself. It doesn't matter anything. We organize your wedding and then you will see Denmark for the first time. Okay, it is not important to travel to Denmark and later on to marry. We can do everything digitally. You don't need to be there. You will sign the power of attorney and the application form, and later we will apply everything digitally. And if we receive the permission, we organize the appointment for you, and then you start organizing your travel and booking everything, like hotel, and yes, if you go by airplane, you book flights and everything. So you don't need to go first to Denmark and then start the whole process. We start the process while you are in your home country and she's in her home country. It doesn't matter if you ever went there. Okay, and now last question from Shireen. Thank you so much for writing that. Do you need my birth certificate from Iran? I'm living in the UK since my age of 3. Okay, Shireen. In general, we don't need the birth certificate of bride and groom. For Denmark, it's enough to see your birth date and your passport, and usually in the single marital status certificate, there's also information about your birth. So we really don't need it. Don't bother yourself. You don't need the birth certificate from Iran. Yes, it doesn't matter if you were 3 or 4 or 5, where you have traveled and lived in the UK. So we don't need your birth certificate at all. Okay, hope that short Q&A leaves you with some appropriate answers. I'm really just shy a little bit about my English. Hopefully you will ask me more questions so I can do more videos for you, and hopefully you all have fun here with that kind of answers. Yes, if you want to get married in Denmark with our wedding agency, Agentur Herzensfreude, you can write us an email or just use below the link to you know, apply yourself for a free call and then we can talk about your case and if we can support our help to you. So if you like that video, thumbs up please, and if you not already subscribed to that channel, I recommend to subscribe now. Hope to see you soon. Thank you so much for watching that.